views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in this podcast are the content creator's own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of Essex County College. The material and information presented here is for entertainment and informative purposes only. It should not be considered as professional advice or a substitute for seeking professional guidance.
Stay. In your lane. What we said, stay. In your lane. Ready, set, goes. Ready, set, goes. Ready, set, Welcome, guys. This is a little... How are you guys doing? This episode is going to be a little short and spicy, just straight to the point, guys, because I'm not feeling too good today, but guess what? I got to get it done because I have a point to make. I got a message to tell you all, okay? So I have to get it out there so it can reach the masses, so it can reach all of y'all, so we can get it together and lock in and be focused, yes, for the remaining of the year. So welcome to my channel, the Stay in Your Lane podcast. Come back over here. Yes, stay in your lane. So where we discuss, share motivational talks, also give inspirational stories, have guests come over, create a safe space that others could have actually come over and share their insights, give some motivational, inspirational knowledge to people that's struggling out there to find their lane, and also share their story of how they overcome any, on a tour or anything like that, any hard time, and just to get to know others. So this podcast here, I hope you guys is enjoying it so far. It has been tremendously healing for me as I'm on this healing journey, but also eye-opening as I'm learning a lot about myself, things that I'm touching into. I've never interviewed no one before, and I've actually interviewed like over 5 people. Like, wow. I have to give myself a clap for that. Like, sometimes I can't even believe it. Sometimes I'm like, Samantha, are you doing amazing? Like, I don't think you're doing enough. Like, let's regroup, let's reprogram. But I think that's the devil. But today episode, before I get right into it, as I said, my name is Samantha. I hope you guys go check me out. Check out the episode on the Essex County YouTube. Check out Stay in Your Lane, and we have all the other podcasts that is on there. And Spotify, we have Stay in Your Lane. So I hope you guys is keeping up. I hope you guys is intrigued. And to be honest with you guys, I've been getting a few recommendations because around school, Tuesday I was in the council office. They had a thrifting thing that was going on, so I went over there and I stopped. And a few of the teachers came over, and I was in the room, and one of the teachers like, wait, you have a podcast called, Stay in Your Lane? And I was like, yes! And I was like, wait. I was like, yes, that's me. She was like, oh, wow, I love your podcast. I've listened to a few episodes, very insightful. And then I start going into things like letting her know, my mission and vision for this podcast and how I'm just creating this foundation right now. And I hope for it to bloom, and blossom. I'm just planting the seed and I'm watering it one step at a time. But my goal is to actually get teachers to even come on to the podcast, to even talk to students, share motivational stories to students, get to know these teachers, where these students also can feel, very inspired to actually do more, or even explore things, or even not afraid of opening up in certain areas because, they might feel judged and stuff. But my vision is actually create a safe space for students to actually come on, where they can share their story coming into college, how they're actually in their lanes, for the ones that's struggling to be in their lane, help them to try to figure out, for the one that is struggling with things within trauma or, in a situation at all, create a safe space. It can be even therapeutic too, you never know, but just create that safe space so they can be heard. They have a voice of that, you understand? For ones that struggling and just need that advice, it's for that too. So this platform is not only for students, but also everyone. You understand? It can be like a whole movement, and that's where I'm cultivating everything. As I said to you, I want to get teachers on so they can come on and actually share their story, their insight, because I ask great question. And for the past people that I've interviewed, they have said that I ask a lot of good questions on insights. So one step at a time, it's all about creating the groundwork, you understand, and developing that strong confidence in knowing that you can do it, and your ideas and everything that I have is gonna be amazing. It's all about executing it in the right way. But let me tell y'all, the devil sometimes be working, and I have to like kick him right out. Like, you're not gonna take over my mind today, because what I'm doing, it's a big step, and I've taken a big step, and I'm doing amazing. So as I said to you guys, this episode is not going to be a long one. Today I was wondering what I'm going to talk to you guys about, right? Because this week we have two inspirational episodes that actually comes out. So the last episode I talked to you guys about, stop being a self pleaser to others, be disciplined, and also lock into that self-awareness with your self-worth. I think I talk about that a lot because of the journey that I'm actually on. So today I wanted to talk about, my title is Don't Crash Out, right? So how to actually structure that discipline within our life and build that unbreakable confidence. Because let's be honest, confidence is a big thing. And when you don't have confidence, it actually stop you from actually being focused. And if you don't know, focus is born when a conviction is had. Yes, I actually learned that. I got that from this girl that I listen to. Like, I listen to a lot of motivational speaker, not only that, like a lot of, girls are on their little spiritual journey, just getting closer to God, because God is the way. I'm not going to lie. And as I said that, I wanted to actually give you guys a verse. So in Proverb 17, chapter 22, right? A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up bones. And let me repeat that again. A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up bones, right? What does that mean is, you see, when we lack discipline and we're not focusing on our goals, in knowing what our why is or how to reach our goal, and we don't achieve them, we kind of feel crushed within ourselves, right? And when we do achieve our goals, we feel happy, cheerful. It's like you can take over the world, right? You feel so happy, that energy and everything is just it's bringing true to others. But when you have a crushed soul, you have that dark energy around you. So we got to just conquer that, right? And it starts with discipline. I think discipline is actually a real big thing in a lot of things. My last episode, I talk about me wanting to be more disciplined when it comes to even my schoolwork, and not being so last minute, because I feel like procrastination is a killer. So we need to stop procrastinating. Stop procrastinating on the process and focus on the destination, which is the reward, right? So with me, as I said in my last episode, I don't really want to, I'm just piggyback so I can actually land my point of what I'm trying to talk about. I said I don't want to do my homework last minute, and I tend to do that because I guess it's the rush where it's like, yeah, I got to get it done, rather than if it's due on the 20th, why not get it done from the 10th? You understand, and get it out of the way. So those where I kind of lack discipline in certain areas, right? I also work out, and I don't go to the gym every day, but I want to see the results. You understand? But there's a discipline that is lacked there. So those are just some certain examples. But when we talk about discipline is very sexy. If you guys don't know, discipline builds that self-confidence within ourselves, right? And we have to have that. And I think it starts with your inner self, but also focusing on the God word. So I'm just going to break down a few points of how to actually build that strong discipline within our life, so we can stop procrastinating on the process and actually focus on the destination. Because someone with discipline will beat someone with talent every day. Does that make sense? You ever see a person that is very talented, but they have no discipline, which means that they're not able to properly execute their talent in a way that can actually change the universe, in a way that can actually bring forth their purpose in making a difference because they lack that discipline, all right? But a person that is disciplined, they're going to have that student mentality where it's going to push them to whether they need to learn a skill, unlock a skill set, whatever they need to do, they're going to prosper. And that's what we need to build. You understand? Are we going to build that? Because if we're going to stay in our lane, we got to cultivate that confidence. We got to cultivate that discipline, and we got to get to it. All right? So one step at a time, but we got to get to it. All right. So my first step that I have to actually cultivating that discipline, right? So step one. So I want you guys to listen up, right? So set specific and measurable goals. What does that mean? So clearly define what you want to achieve, making sure that goals are concrete, measurable, and aligned with your values. So if you're a person that is struggling to stay in your lane or struggling to achieve a goal, first, you want to actually make sure you set the specific goal and make sure you have a measurable goals. So I think it was a few episodes back I talk about if you're a person that want to gain weight or a person that want to actually get into the gym or a person that want to, I'll put it as this. So you want to achieve $5,000 in your account by the end of 2024 so you can go in 25 feeling like, okay, I have a financial foundation. And you're only making $600 per week. We only have what? 6 more weeks. I would say we're in November. We have 2 more weeks left in November. We only have like 6 more weeks in a year. That's not a measurable goal to want to hit $5,000 in your account if you only have $0 currently. And you're not making that amount. Your minimum that you're making is 600. It does not add up. You understand? So you want to set measurable goals. You want to clearly define what you want to achieve in meaning whatever you're trying to go out towards, whatever you're trying to achieve, whether that's in school, whether that's in your personal life, you want to clearly define that. You understand? Write it down. And you want to actually to making sure goals are concrete, measurable, and aligned with your values, right? So don't be putting things that is out of the way or looking at somebody else's life by, not minding your business and actually watching somebody else's business and thinking that you can achieve the same thing in the short space of time by doing what they're doing. No, focus on what you need to get done. I understand. Know your value. Don't actually undercut yourself. Your values and your morals are very big things. So remember, step 1, set specific and measurable goals. Don't be wanting to lose 20 pounds and you ain't doing nothing to lose it, okay? Don't be wanting to gain it either. You ain't doing nothing, not eating 3 meals per day, not exercising, working out. It's not going to happen. You can't just sit down and just laying down in bed or doing whatever and not actually doing the work. Get up and get things done. So we're going to move on to step 2, right? Create an accountability system. So I think accountability is one of the biggest thing. And I think many times we fail to actually hold ourselves accountable.
Who you telling?
I'm telling all of y'all, yes. Many times I believe we actually fail to make ourselves accountable. We fall short maybe with a goal or we did something and we're afraid to take accountability, not knowing that actually that's the growth for change, right? So create an accountability system, establish routines, schedules, or habits that support your goals. Share goals with trusted friends or even mentors for added motivation. So if you don't have a mentor, nothing wrong with you seeking a mentor. It actually helped to motivate you more, or it actually helped you maybe, sometimes you have some idea or some thoughts and you don't know how to properly execute it. That's where you have a mentor there for, right? So how you create an accountability system, whatever your goal is, you're going to hold yourself towards it. You're going to establish a routine. So if you're a person that, you want to actually complete the semester, let's talk about school. The semester, we only have like a few weeks to go, right? And you know that you're behind on your homework. How about you actually set a goal, a proper routine? For example, okay, if I get a homework today and it's due, if I get a homework today, Monday, and it's due Sunday, I'm going to make sure to get that homework done and complete and sent to the teacher by Wednesday. And I think by continue doing that, maybe setting a reminder and making sure that, you know, you get it done, that's creating a routine. And next thing is, if you're a man or a woman out there that, you know, you want to go to the gym, you want to start exercising more, how about we create a routine? Okay, Monday through Friday, I'm going to go to the gym from 5 to 7 p.m. When I go to the gym, I'm going to do 3 steps of push-up. I'm going to do 3 steps of crunches. I'm going to do the press bar. Whatever it is, that's all about creating a routine. Without a routine, you don't have a clear vision. And I think that's where we lack accountability in setting accountability for ourselves. And that's where we fall short when it comes to our goal of that. Because you have to create an habit. When we fall short on our goals and we kind of blame others for it or have all these excuses, and if you should really look really deep in your life and like, what have I been doing? Well, I haven't really achieved my goals. And then you look at your habits. What's your habits? Is your habit you be just sitting at home playing video games all day? Is your habit is all I do is when I get home, I just work and go straight home and just sleep? I don't do anything else. Or on my day off, I just be sleeping and that's just it. What are your habits? Because your habits is definitely a part of you. You understand? And your habits is what's going to create for that success of what you're trying to achieve. So let's get that done. Okay? Let's get it done. All right? So step 3, track progress and monitor habits. So remember, step 2, you create an accountability system by establishing a schedule and also a routine. But step 3, you got to track it. How are you going to track that? So regularly log actions, setbacks, and even success. Identifying your patterns and your areas for improvement to stay disciplined. So that's where you hold yourself accountable. You understand? So when you latch things down, like today I said, I'm going to go to, after this episode, I'm actually going to the gym. So my goal is to go to the gym 5 times a day, but I'm not able to because after 2 days of excessive workout, because I work out so hard when I go in the gym, like I spend 2 hours to be honest, my foot, I'm going off chat, but my foot, my ankle, because you know, I have my ankle is not fully healed and I have screws in my ankle. My ankle gets swollen up. So I'm not able, I have to give it like a 2-day rest and then I'm back again. So for this week, Monday and Tuesday, I went in the gym at my time. Wednesday and Thursday, I give my foot a rest. My foot is feeling better now. So tonight, when I finish this episode, I'm going straight over there to Blink and I'm going to give myself an hour of straight working out to build back that. Because my goal is I want to see a sexy quad. But my next step is, I said I am going to go to Five Below to buy this book. It's my planner. So I could write down my goals in more of a formal, in more of a way where I'm following it. And my biggest thing is to also, like in the gym, for exercise that I haven't done correctly, those align with my tracking my progress. Exercise that I've done. So for example, Monday I will write, I did 10 sets of quads. I did 10 sets of bench press. I did 10 sets of, push-ups. I did 10 sets of the bars. Just like different things so I can actually align with my progress and know how to track my progress. So that's just a little examples. But whatever you are trying to achieve, just log your actions. You will see your progress. You see your setback. You will see what you're not doing, whatever it is. And I think these are really the things that cultivate that discipline within our life that we're lacking, and not realizing that things start from us. We're the one that actually is in control of these things. And the biggest thing is, I ask myself this, why we know what to do, but we don't do it? Why? I don't know, but let's get right back into it. Step 4, eliminate distractions and obstacles. What is that? Identify potential hindrances, social media for one, procrastination. Remember, I tell you, procrastination is the biggest dream killer. Stop procrastinating on the process and start focusing on the destination, because it's going to bring a big reward, and you know in yourself that it's going to bring a big reward, but you're just so focused, procrastinating. Oh, it's going to take too long. Oh no, I'm not going to be able to achieve this. Just go do it. Whatever you're going to do, just step out there and do it and stop it. Social media procrastination and remove any limit, or limit them while focusing on your goals. Social media is a big thing. So let me tell you something, guys. I have Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and I downloaded Twitter like a year or so ago. And I find myself being on Twitter more because, as you know, that's where I have a YouTube where I do pop culture review. And I even took a step back from that. So I barely like give videos and stuff. But that's where I get all my news. But I'm saying all this when it comes to step 4 that said eliminate distraction and obstacles, identifying potential hindrances like social media, procrastination, and remove or limit them while focusing on your goals. Sometimes we have a goal in mind and we're not able to achieve it because that thing called social media. Social media is a positive and a negative. It can build you and it can break you and it can stop you from achieving what you're supposed to do if you're not using it the right way. For people that be on TikTok, I have TikTok on my phone, and I tell you this, I have not been on TikTok. I've been on TikTok since the year started, but I have not uploaded anything. I do not go on TikTok because I remember last year I was on TikTok just scrolling. It's like all you're seeing is just scrolling. And yes, you may get some motive, depends on what your algorithm is, because the algorithm thing. But for my algorithm, it was a lot of Jamaicans, and all I'm seeing is cursing, this, that, or I'm just seeing stuff that is not productive to me. You understand? And I was even gifting people when they're doing battle. I end up spending how much money just giving, and I had to take a break and look into myself like, what am I achieving from this? For one, I'm not trying to buy friend. Yeah, I would support you on this, that. But my thing is, if I'm on a friend live and they're doing a battle and I know I have coins, I don't like to see them lose. So I'm going to go in my bank account and buy coins just to shoot it to give them. I'm like, no, that's not actually doing anything. I had to take a step back from TikTok because the more you scroll, you just scroll, and you just be on there. And what have you achieved? Are you putting out any content that's going to actually better you off a goal that you want to achieve? What are you doing to align with your goals of something that you want to do? So that's a part of discipline. If social media is a big distraction, you got to limit it or you got to cut it out, because at the end of the day, you got to move the needle. You got to do what you got to do. You got to start driving. You understand? You can't just be unstuck. Come on, we got to move. We got to keep moving. You understand? You can't just be stuck and stagnant. You cannot. You're causing too much traffic in your own lane, in your own life, not realizing that you can actually make a difference. You have a whole stop sign there. The stop sign just been on red for the past year, and it has not been on green. There's no go. It's go time. 2025 is coming. Let's go. Let's get it. We got to get it done. All right. So let's move to the last one. We have reward, progress, and persistence. Persistence is a key. It's a very thing to unlock your inner you, your inner purpose, your goal. You got to be persistent with your life. You got to be determined, because at the end of the day, this is your goal. This is something that you're trying to achieve. And this discipline, we got to actually get it. And I'm telling you guys this, and I'm telling myself too. So don't think I'm just coming here, listen, I told you guys, vulnerability is a big thing. You understand? And these that I'm telling you, I'm speaking to myself too, because 100% I do not have down. But you want to know something, you got to create a foundation. You got to plant a seed. You got to take your time on watering. At least you got to start from somewhere. You understand? So we're focusing on the destination today, not the process. And I'm stopping that procrastination, and I want you to. So let's...
Who you telling?
Go. Let's get it. All right? So reward, progress, and persist. I know I'm a bit I don't know why I'm being like a teacher. Why I'm being so loud. Let me calm down. Hi. Do you guys like me when I'm like have the nice slow voice? I don't know. I'm just like in my little arrow. Like, come on, we gotta get it. I mean, I'm speaking to my soul too. I'm speaking to myself, but for my kings and my queens and all my little, my little nations that's out there, I'm gonna have a name from you guys because we're staying in our lane. I'll actually have a name for us. I have it in my next book. So as I tell you guys, I have so much things like in so much different book. I need to have one book, and this is a part of being properly organized and discipline structure. So reward progress and persistence. Celebrate small wins and milestones. Like small wins lead to big wins. Achieve throughout your discipline. You understand? If it's something, if you have set a goal to go to the gym 3 times a week and you end up going there 3 times a week for the first time in like a year that you have been pushing, that's a goal within itself, something to celebrate with yourself. Like, yes, I did that. Thank you, Father. I got up off my and go get it done. Like, I'm proud of me. You understand? This positive reinforcement boosts your motivation and solidify your habits. So you don't need somebody else to be your cheerleader sometimes. You just have to be that cheerleader. And that's part of actually that unbreakable confidence in becoming your own benchmark. You understand? Becoming your own motivator in not knowing that, okay, I don't need to hear it from other people that I was doing good. You know within yourself you are doing great. You know within yourself that you just make a progress. It may not be something huge of the result that you're trying to get to that destination, but it's a progress from where you have started from. And that's something to celebrate. So with these steps, I hope we can actually conquer things. I hope we can actually get things together because, listen, unbreakable confidence, breaking confidence. What is confidence? Trust, worthiness, self-esteem. And we got to build that in order to actually manifest and structure that discipline within ourselves, right? We have to start by understanding our identity. But the biggest thing is understanding our identity in God. Not in man, not in somebody else's life, but in God. When you understand your identity in God, you're going to know yourself. You're going to know your worth. You're going to really know your purpose. And guys, I have my Bible in my hand right now. And before I come to do this podcast today, I was really brainstorming because I have so much things that I want to talk to you guys about. And sometimes I said to myself, oh, Samantha, you're so boring. Whatever you're talking about is not really. And I'm like, my voice is my voice. And I have a voice. And my mission is to influence, and I have a purpose on this land. And someone out there will resonate with my message. Someone out there will. But you want to know that? That's the devil that was trying to creep up and trying to break my confidence. And I'm not going to let him win. Because that unbreakable confidence, understanding your identity in God, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. Yes, that's where I'm at. Not listening to no man, but listening to the power of my Father. And that's God. So next thing about building that unbreakable confidence is appreciate the person God made. So I want us to start appreciating ourselves more. You understand? Like going back to that person that you were before you lost your focus. Going back to that little person that when you were happy and you didn't let nothing frustrate you, nothing disappoints you, have this unbreakable confidence where you can do anything through Christ who strengthens you. That's where I want you to go back to and appreciate yourself in knowing that you're good enough and you're worthy, and whatever you're doing is you're fearfully and wonderfully made. You understand? I want you to practice that. Practice wisdom, because that's what God gave us, all right? And the last thing I want to talk about is pushing power, pursuing that power within yourself. As I said earlier about discipline, become your own benchmark. That's a part of that unbreakable confidence that's going to align with that discipline. Pursue favor in socially. meaning that if you want to make change and you want to find your purpose, whether if you're a person that I would say you're introvert, extrovert, whatever you are, you're a person that's not so socially, like can talk to people and stuff, let's try to change that, because you have a voice and you have a mission. You have something out there for anyone that is out there that just feel like they're just not good enough and they don't think they will fit in that lane and they just shun away themselves. Let's start to pursue that confidence. It's that lack of confidence. Let's change that mindset, right? And just start physically accepting yourself and your body. Pursue that power in your mind. Be confident. Be fearless. As my last episode, be fearless, not fearful. So let's just start being more confident in ourselves. I hope you guys actually, the topic that I hope you guys actually, someone out there, I hope this insight that I give you as we go on this journey in finding your lane, trying to get back in your lane. If you swerve out of your lane, just don't know that it's not too late to actually get back in it. I can't believe I actually came on here. I was supposed to video myself and I didn't end up videoing these thoughts, but that's okay. I didn't put on the video. But let's get back into what we need to. Reprogram the subconscious mind. Let's do that. Let's get back into stuff. Let's create our goal. Let's get back into alignment with our goal by creating that routine. Track the progress, celebrate your small wins, and surround yourself with supportive people. And let's nurture the mind, because confidence is a big thing. And listen, we got to get closer to our God. We got to lock into faith. You understand? Walk by faith, not by sight. You understand? So let's get it done. I want to say thank you all for listening to my episode. This was very insightful for myself too. I'm like smiling here. I'm like smiling, like, oh my God. I'm like smiling. I'm so proud of me. But I think this is a word, and this is something that someone out there needed to hear, to get up off. Stop procrastinating and just do it. You know what to do to make your life better. So let's just do it one step at a time. I needed to hear this. I needed to actually dive in and write down these steps. And it's really meaningful to me. Right now, I'm feeling so energized. I'm about to just go to the gym. When I go to the gym, and if I have time, I'm going to go to Five Below, get my book. If I don't, I'm going to go home. But there's some things that I need to get done. And you best believe it. We have 2 more months, 2 more weeks left in November. And it's lock-in season. It's a brand new year. It's time to renew yourself. That's going to be my next topic. You understand? It's time to shed off that old self, and it's time for a new self. It's winter. We got to come back in spring blooming, bigger and better. All right? So remember, walk by faith, not by sight. And just remember, let's stop procrastinating. Create that discipline. Stop focusing on the process and focus on the destination. That's the reward. You understand? So let's just get things done and do what we need to do and start from yourself. Let's lock in that focus, right? So focus is born when a conviction is had. So that's how you will reach your goal. So let's actually have conviction or focus. Same as God has his vision and his purpose in his land, and he didn't stop until he created. And here we are today because he died. Jesus died for us on the cross. So let's get things in. So before I go, as usual, I love to leave you guys with a quote. If you understand, I always say seek the kingdom, and everything that we wish for will always be granted to us. But also, it's very hard to respect yourself. It's very hard to respect yourself when you give in to every temptation. If you want to build self-respect, build your willpower. So let's actually get into what we need to get into. I actually want to give you guys let me see here, I have 2 quotes here that I wanted to really actually give you guys. So take a moment each night to review your goals and write down an action plan for the next day. Do this consistently and watch how quickly you would achieve them. Discipline. Anything in life can be accomplished with discipline. What did I say? get one good habit down consistently and congratulate yourself before adding another good habit. So one step at a time, we're gonna make this work. What you do each morning determines the day. What you do each day determines the week. So let's get things done. Let's prioritize ourselves, prioritize our goals. Just know that you can do it, and whatever you put your mind to it, let's dream big and let's get things done. Let's focus and just know that we're about to do big things for 2025. You got this. Love yourself. And you are amazing. Thank you for listening. I did not expect this to go so far, but I'm feeling amazing. So stop trying to make people understand you. Live your happiest life. The people who love you won't need explanation. Again, my name is Samanta Harmond. I'm the vice president of the business club, the president of the podcast club. Come over here. Come create your own podcast. Let's get into some things. You have a voice. My mission and vision is to actually change the world, to inspire others, motivate others, have others share their story. Know that there's a safe space here for you to actually create your own voice. Don't actually be burdened by the things that actually holding you back. Don't be stagnant. Together as one, we can make a difference, and just believe. Trust in yourself. Trust in God. Walk with faith, not with sight. And just know that you are the best and you are number one. Put God first. Love you guys. Bye. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Love you guys. Bye.
This has been a production of the Essex County College Podcast Club. Copyright 2024, all rights reserved.